All right, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm just gonna do another quick update on the frag tank. I'm just gonna give you guys an update of what's going on with it, how it's doing, what's been working, what hasn't. All right, here we go. So this is the frag tank. It is a like 175 gallon. It's like 600 or 6 foot by 3 foot by 12 inches deep. This is pretty much strictly just grow out and stuff that's for sale. This is everything that's white. You know, nobody likes looking at the white tanks, but I like looking at the white tanks because you can see the health of everything. There's no aptasia, there's no weird things crawling all over things, there's no algae, there's no, you know what I mean? During the whites is when you can really see, and if you see colors during the white, that's usually a good sign. Let's go ahead and walk over to my cool little feed station, so that way if my phone is dead, I can just push down and okay. And then I can walk right back over to the frag tank. So as you see here, this is the frag tank. Like I said, this is about a 170 full with all kinds of good stuff. Mostly I'm a Euphilia guy. That's what I prefer. So the stuff that I have Euphilia and I have lots of, I frag and sell frags of. I do have a lot more higher end Euphilia, but some of the stuff's just kind of growing out, depends on what it is. This is new stuff that I've been collecting. You know, octospawns and different colored hammers and stuff like that I can find. But yeah, these are all just my little, you know, $10, $20, $30 frags. Look at these Ghanies I picked up in California. Super nice, super nice. I'm not a Ghani guy, but it made me buy those. You know, look at that Blasto right there in the center, that green faced one. Just a lot of Blastos. That's kind of my new thing I've been getting into. Of course, Euphilia, frog spawns and octospawns and hammers, just all kinds of different colors, all grown here. Torches, all grown here. Look at these cool mushrooms. I want to maybe pull some of these off here eventually. They're really more of a rich reddish orange in person. They don't really look that great on the camera right now. But yeah. That's just what's going on with the frag tank. Stuff in here has been doing good. I lost my rainbow millie colony from my big tank. I had an elk swing and it just kind of started peeling. I chopped it up and brought it in here. You know, we'll see if it lives. You know, have a couple of bounce mushrooms. I'm actually moving a lot of stuff out of here right now, and the reason why is because I'm about to go crazy and make a bunch of frags. I'm going Reefapalooza in August, so if I make stuff, you know, 2 to 3 months ahead of time is when it's probably best case scenario. The thing that I have successfully overcome in this tank is probably aptasia. As you can see, actually, he's right there. Oops. He was right there a second. There he still is, the copper band. He just annihilated every aptasia in this tank pretty much that you can imagine. So, you know, it's really cleaned up. This is that big sour apple bird's nest colony out of my my big tank. I mean, I don't know if you can really see the size of this, but it's probably about 12 to 14 inches across. You know, just trying to frag and get rid of it slowly. But yeah, this is what everything's doing right now. I put on a calcium reactor about 3, maybe 6 months ago, somewhere between that timeline, and I have seen exponential growth across all my corals. Euphilia, zoas, acros, everything, you know. Everything is just swelling up after adding that calcium reactor. I'm able to actually keep acros out here, and I wasn't able to do that previously, so that's really a cool thing. That's a Walt Disney, that's a cherry bomb. So this tank is actually doing so good that I'm starting to put some high-end acros out here, which is really the goal. I really want to have acros and Euphilia. You know, I'm getting less and less into the zoas as time goes on, and I work so much and et cetera, et cetera. You get stuff like this where they just overgrow the rack. I mean, you're basically losing all the ones that are on the racks, just because a lot of times you'll cut them off the racks, and sometimes they'll get bacterial infections. So I actually don't like doing that. I like chopping them and keeping them off the racks. But as you see, a lot of my zoas end up just going on the racks. So I just don't really like that. It's not my style of reefing. I work too much to be able to frag all day and keep up with this crap all day. So I like the stuff that's honestly more rewarding for me, because I like the Euphilia and I leave it alone and it just grows into like a colony, for instance, like this frog spawn. I mean, this is just something that's just been sitting here for a very long time, but you know, this is a colony that I grew from a frag, you know. And what's cool about my corals is you can actually go on the inside and you'll find babies. So like at this frog spawn colony, there's just tons and tons of little babies inside the colony. And the reason why is because I actually grew this from a frag. So that tissue all the way down has been alive this whole time. As it becomes a bigger colony, the flow through the colony necessarily isn't as good, but the heads stay alive. You see the tissue's receded a little bit. The purple is actually what we're looking at for the tissue. You see the purple is the tissue here. See, but you see some of it's receding here. Actually, I'm sorry. The purple is the skeleton, the dead. So you can see those little heads in the middle are actually on dead tissue, but they're alive. There you go. That's the tissue line right there. So the white purpley is the tissue. You see the babies coming out of there. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that I like, man. I like growing the Euphilia. I like keeping them healthy, making big colonies. And then if I want to chop them up in a few years or whatever, I can. But again, I'm just not a big fan of the zoas anymore. They're too easy. They grow too fast, and they're just they're not my thing anymore. I'm going more towards Euphilia. I'm going more towards acros, and we'll see how it goes. That's the dream, but you know how it is. Acros are hard. I am probably gonna start pulling out some of these anemones. They're running wild. I got this one like a little bit over a year ago, and it's probably split about 7 or 8 times. I mean, if you really look, this is actually like 2 or 3 of them now. This is one, and then I have one in here now because someone's going to pick this guy up on Friday. But yeah, so anyways, that's what's going on with the frag tank. Just a lot of good progress, to be honest with you, and just changing some stuff up, So if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything, just make sure to subscribe, like for me. I'm trying to make these more consistently and just show you guys coral stuff instead of worrying about the video editing and stuff like that. Thanks for following along. Talk to you later. Peace.